He always imposed his opinion on me.
彼はいつも私に意見を押し付けます。
He always imposed his opinion on me. It is important to impose sanctions upon the union.
組合に制裁を加えることは妥当ではない。
It is important to impose sanctions upon the union. You shouldn't impose your opinion on others.
自分の意見を他人に押し付けてはいけない。
You shouldn't impose your opinion on others. The United Nations moved to impose sanctions.
国連は制裁を加えるために動き出しました。
The United Nations moved to impose sanctions. If states impose too many conflicting regulations on companies, the economy suffers.
州が企業に矛盾した規制を課しすぎると経済が悪くなる。
If states impose too many conflicting regulations on companies, the economy suffers. She imposes on her friends too often.
彼女は友達に無理を言いすぎる。
She imposes on her friends too often. The government imposes high taxes on the super rich.
政府は超富裕層に高い税金を課している。
The government imposes high taxes on the super rich. You have been imposed upon.
君は騙されている。
You have been imposed upon. A penalty fee was imposed on that company.
あの会社は罰金を課された。
A penalty fee was imposed on that company. Heavy taxes are imposed on articles of luxury.
贅沢品に重税を課す。
Heavy taxes are imposed on articles of luxury. She imposed the work on him.
彼女はその仕事を彼に課した。
She imposed the work on him. There is a custom duty imposed on that product.
その商品には関税が課せられる。
There is a custom duty imposed on that product. The tax office imposed an additional tax on the company.
税務署はその会社に加算税を課した。
The tax office imposed an additional tax on the company. The government has imposed a new tax on wine.
政府はワインに新たに税を課した。
The government has imposed a new tax on wine. Heavy taxes are imposed on wine and tobacco.
酒やタバコには重い税がかかる。
Heavy taxes are imposed on wine and tobacco. The government imposed a new tax on farmers.
政府は農民に新たな税を課した。
The government imposed a new tax on farmers. The employer imposed a heavy task on them.
雇用主は彼らに厳しい仕事を課した。
The employer imposed a heavy task on them. His house has an imposing appearance.
彼の家は構えが立派だ。
His house has an imposing appearance. The punishments they imposed did not fit the crimes.
犯罪に見合った罰が与えられない。
The punishments they imposed did not fit the crimes. A few weeks earlier, he had already imposed new sanctions on the country.
その数週間前に、すでに新たな制裁を課していた。
A few weeks earlier, he had already imposed new sanctions on the country. He imposed it, giving us no choice in the matter.
彼は私たちに選択の余地を与えず、それを押し付けた。
He imposed it, giving us no choice in the matter.